The last step for the rotoscoping process is exporting. So I have a little project here and I'll walk you through that really quickly. So I started with this source image, and this is just a regular layer, and then I decided to draw on top of that layer, and this is a regular layer as well. This is the ground. I didn't do a video layer on this one because I would have to redraw the ground every time, and I really want the ground to be static. So I just left that as a regular layer, and then I added a video layer of outlines, and I named that outline so that I could tell the difference. And then I have another layer, video layer, and this is the color layer. And I didn't put the outline and the color on the same layer so that just in case I messed it up, I could change the outline or the fill color without messing both of those up. So from here, I just traced over each and every one of these frames, and I used onion skins so that I could tell where the balls were and which frame I was on. And from here, what we need to do is export the video. But when we export the video, we don't want this source to be seen. So I'm going to turn off that source image. Now you can see this without that background noise. So I think we're ready to go. The frame rate is 15 frames per second, and I'd always change that at the beginning of the project. Otherwise, it would mess everything up if I went in and tried to change it at the end. So I'll click down at this little arrow, and I'll name this Rotoscoping Sample MP4 and put this under a folder in my documents named Rotoscoping. And from here, there's a drop down. I would use Adobe Media Encoder, and the format you can do H.264 or QuickTime. H.264 files are generally not as large, but they're still great quality, so I would stick with that. And preset, you could do high quality. I'm going to leave mine there, but if you were trying to put this on YouTube or Vimeo, you could optimize it for that using those presets. The size, I would leave the document size. Frame rate, just double check and make sure that's 15. And then down here you can click range. So right now my work area is 5 seconds long. So if I had this at all frames, it would export all 5 seconds. But I only have about 2 seconds of animation right now. So that's not ideal because the last 3 seconds will just be blank. So I will go down and click on work area because I want frame 0 to frame 74. If you wanted to start in the middle of your frame and start at frame, say, 20, you could type that in there. But we do want to go from the start to the end, so I'm going to click on that work area, and all we have to do now is click render.